this weekend's heavyweight clash. Obviously, they've been the top two teams in the Premier League for a big stint.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no, for a long period.
Yeah.
Or they still are.
Yeah.
And obviously now Arsenal, you guys have joined the race, top of the table and that.
Wrong about that.
Maybe when this comes out, no, you'll still be top of the table.
We're not playing. Our next Prem game's against Man City.
Yeah, end of the month.
Yeah, so we're not playing.
Because there's only like 4 or 5 games this weekend.
International break.
Yeah. No.
There's FA Cup.
FA Cup,
the international break. Yeah.
But this weekend, and none of the top 3 are playing this weekend, I believe. So, yeah, but obviously, Man City, Liverpool, or Liverpool, Man City, because it was at Anfield.
Yep.
What was your thoughts as an Arsenal fan?
Well, last week I did say that I needed a 1-1 draw.
You actually did.
Yeah.
You actually did.
I said a 1-1 draw is the best result possible for Arsenal. That came to fruition. I felt that Man City in the first half. By the way, I'm out with the missus at this time, and I'm having to watch the game. She weren't the happiest, but she understood where I was coming from.
You're getting a little side eye.
Yeah, she understood where I was coming from because So first half, I felt like Man City were in control, dominated the game, and they looked like Man City. And then also great set piece routine for the goal.
Quality. I was listening to Stones today. Was it today? Well, from yesterday, talk about it, and he said they literally worked on it. I think the day before they've done it a few times. So like, oh, this is something we can do. Then, boom. But sorry, go on.
Yeah. So great game in general, but I felt like Man City dominated the first half, and then obviously they come out second half, and then Ake makes that mistake, and you could see once he made that mistake, and obviously Edison's got injured and lots happened, you could see the momentum completely turn. You can't let Anfield get into the game.
Bro, I need to go to Anfield just at a very top high level game just to experience this atmosphere that people talk about.
Because when you let Anfield get into the game, it's a big issue. I remember Arsenal were 2-0 up there last season, and they let Anfield get into the game from a mistake from, I think it was Xhaka at the time. And then you let Anfield get in the game, and it quickly turns on its head. And once they let Anfield get in the game, they brought on Mo Salah. The game completely switched.
I thought they were going to win it.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to win it.
I thought they were going to win it.
And they missed a lot of key chances. Like Diaz went through one-on-one.
He had a great game besides his finishing.
That's the thing.
Literally a proper great game.
That's the thing. And obviously the end of the game, the VAR decision.
Do you think it was a penalty?
This is the thing. Probably, but in that situation, you're just kind of they're just nah.
See, for me, not a pen. Because he wins the ball and he kind of pulls out. And I've always been quite consistent because Liverpool fan, he was like, how is it not a pen to me yesterday? I was like, Josh, it's not a pen. Well, you know how I am with those kind of challenges.
Yeah.
I'm quite skeptical on a lot of follow-throughs in general because it's so natural.
Yeah.
Like, majority of the time, you can't.
You can't pull back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see Doku doesn't actually follow through. McAllister just
comes towards him. Yeah.
And Doku's even like lifting up his leg and that's like, and you see he wins the ball. I was like, and he's like, oh, but anywhere else on the pitch as far, I was like, people always say that, but they need to know that is not the case when it comes to a penalty. We've been watching football for how long now?
Our whole lives.
Like majority of things that are in the box / outside the box, it's not always going to be read the same. It should be, but
it's not.
It's not. So let's just deal with it.
Yeah, different criteria in the box and outside the box.
Exactly. So I was just like,
will there be 100 penalties a match?
Mate. And I was like, if that is what they're gonna decide the game on, then Lord of mercy. And thankfully it wasn't decided on that, and I didn't even care who won. But I was just like, I don't want a great game to go down to that. If it's an actual penalty, then fair. Yeah. Then I'm like, boom. But obviously, some people think it's not. And Liverpool got lucky last week. Yeah. Like we discussed. So balance that out.
Yeah,
they'll be like, they're unlucky with decisions, blah, blah, blah.
It happens.
Even you don't. Havertz goal.
Yeah.
Havertz should have been arguably sent off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yellow, so,
you're not wrong. But, you know, it's football.
No, it's football.
It's football. It happens.
Can't dwell on it too much. Obviously, when it's a big game, the fine margins are even finer.
Yes.
So, but I hate giving credit to them, but because he's a Liverpool manager, but Klopp, like, he didn't have 6 of his starters in, I don't think. Yeah. And then the back 5, only Van Dijk's the actual starter. And
because Gomez is in and out.
Yeah. Like, Van Dijk was fairly colossus yesterday.
They didn't have their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Kelleher's still in goal. Yeah.
Kelleher's a good backup, but it's just like how Van Dijk tends to lead anyone that plays around him. And obviously, I want us to have this discussion when Deji's here about ranking Van Dijk all time. Because I rate him really high. That one I can't deny.
Top 3 easy.
Of all time.
Yeah.
For me, he is as well.
Top 3 easy. I don't know if you're going to include Vidic, Ferdinand.
Vidic ain't, I don't think Vidic is in my top 5, and I think I've done this recently in my United chat.
Vidic ain't in your top 5?
Of all time, I don't think so. But we'll address this.
Yes,
one.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
address this
yeah.
one. And yeah, like just Klopp having them ready.
Yes.
NFL
always.
mentality. I tweeted that the other day, next man up for them. It showed from the cup final, even this run that they've been on. I think since they lost to you lot.
Yeah, they haven't really. They've lost.
Won, I believe, every game apart from this weekend, or drawn 1 or 2 other games.
Yeah.
But they've had countless injuries, innit?
They've been playing with the kids, really.
Oh, literally, it's just a mix and match. Players are starting, they're getting injured, etc. And I'm just like, bro, like, he's set such form of some identity that not anyone can come in, because
anyone with the right talent.
Yeah,
yes.
And the right mindset.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's ready. Like, because Conor Bradley and Kwanzaa, they were both on loan in League One last season.
And now look.
now they're partaking in the title race.
And they look like they should. They don't look out of place.
Yeah. Because since Conor Bradley's been playing, bro, it's like, I'm like, if Liverpool have found a Trent regen, I'm going to be so pissed off.
But I think it's because of the way Klopp plays football.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has that filtration through the whole club. As in, the first team play this way, so the under-9s play this way. Like, I think it's that sort of thing. If the first team plays some way, the under-9s have to play this way. So if you grow up playing in this system and you play in this high-intensity system, when you come to the first team, obviously the quality level is going to be different.
Yeah.
But the actual system and things you're meant to do and where you're meant to be, it doesn't change.
Yeah.
So everything becomes easy. But like growing up through an academy, when you're playing 4-3-3 and then the first team say it's playing 3-5-2,
yeah, and
then you've got to switch from a 4-3-3 to a 3-5-2, and you don't know where you're meant to be at certain times, because I feel like Klopp's got that at Liverpool where everyone plays the same way, same system, and there's no kind of people doing their own thing. And when you come through that way, I feel like you're always gonna be prepared and ready to just jump in be thrown at the deep end.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because even the FA Cup game, which was after their League Cup final, they started played a lot of young guys. And the young kids that were playing, 18-year-olds.
Scored too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, their dads are ex-pros, but they could be better than their dads.
Yep.
One, they're at Liverpool, but there's no guarantee they'll stay there. And
of course.
So I think Kumas and Dan's sons. And I'm just like, usually with obviously going to watch academy ball back in the day, like when you used to play and stuff like that, you would hear the buzz more then, innit?
Yeah.
Of like certain players at Liverpool and stuff like that. Now at top clubs as much, you don't hear the buzz as much on the young G's.
That's true.
But when they're coming in Liverpool's case, when they're coming into the first team structure, it's just like,
boom.
Okay, cool. We can integrate them somehow.
Yeah.
They can get minutes here and there.
And they're hitting the ground running.
Exactly. They can chip in when first team players are injured. And obviously to win titles, you need squads in general. Yep. And it just made me think, not that it's Liverpool's yet, but it kind of like reminiscent of to an extent, when Makeda came in for us. Scored 2 key goals.
Yep.
The winner, I think, Villa 3-2, and then the next game, Sunderland, we won 1-0 and he scored.
Yep, I remember those goals.
And it's just like, not to say, he didn't make it, because he still played professional football for his career, but like these young G's, no matter whatever they do, if they win the title with Liverpool this season,
you're done. You're sorted,
bro. So it's like, like he said, from once Aki made the mistake, the pressure that Liverpool put on City, then obviously City could have nicked it at the end with Doku hitting the post, and then I think Foden's chance as well. It's just like, I was like, it's a shame Klopp is leaving, because the rivalry of him and Pep, even though Pep's obviously won way more titles and stuff, it's just like, boom. Klopp's even one game up on him on their head-to-head from Germany days as well altogether. And I was just like, the Prem's gonna miss him.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Liverpool have to get their next manager spot on to continue, and so the top key players don't leave as well.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to continue kind of this high intensity style of football. I don't think you can go into a place where you go and play like a Man City. I know they're similar in terms of not possession, but you get what I mean.
Just the quality and outlet.
Yeah, but in terms of like, you can't go from what Arsenal, you can't go from Liverpool to what Arsenal are. Yeah, you get what I mean. You have to kind of stay Liverpool, that high intensity, that feeling, that you know what Anfield brings. What Anfield brings from the fans, the players reciprocate basically on the pitch.
Correct. That is correct.
But yeah, no, it was a great game.
So I think for City, they've got the bar Arsenal, or is it Liverpool? I think Liverpool's got the
easiest running.
Yeah,
Liverpool do
easy to an extent. Yeah, and I saw a tweet earlier today that Spurs have a big say in this title race because they played you three, I think, in a row or in the space of like 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, because we got them at that White Hart Lane. White Hart Lane, the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, Tottenham Stadium, which is on White Hart Lane. But yeah, it's just obviously end of the month, Arsenal, Man City. Seeing just before we started recording that Ederson's out for 4 weeks.
Yep.
So, but I did see earlier in the day people say there's a doubt he might come back for it, but obviously it's a big loss for them. We'll take it as a decent backup though.
Yeah, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not.
It's not a De Bruyne going out.
And even then, he didn't have the best of games the other day. So.
But when he plays against Arsenal,
at the Etihad,
it's always anyway against Arsenal. It's always a long day for us.
This will, because now effectively the ball's in you lot's court. You're on top of the table, and the last 6-7 weeks, you lot have killed teams. So your goals difference is the best.
Yeah,
I think +7 on Liverpool, +6 on 7 on Liverpool, and like 9 on City.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, let's see what you guys can.
It's in our hands, man. But it was in our hands last year as well.
Yeah.
At this kind of stage as well.
The squad's slightly better now. In terms of how to utilise it.
100%.
Everyone knows their roles.
100%. And we've got the key players coming back. We got like Zinchenko's now fit. Partey obviously came on last few minutes of the game against Brentford the other day. Jesus is back fit playing.
But even then, like, you're still scoring mad goals with him not being there. Havertz is just stepping up now.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, but it does take time for new signings as well.
But I'm just talking about in England in general.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, no, as you said, it's in our hands to go and win the title this year, and I feel like if there's a year we can do it, and then we can silence all the doubters and the naysayers, this would be the year, because obviously Liverpool are on a crazy run of form, playing great football. City are
playing for Klopp last season.
City are City. So I feel like if this is the year Arsenal go and do it, nothing can be said after. It'd be it's a title race for the ages, and if we can come out on top, then
Yeah, no, it definitely is a monumental title race for the ages. I think even as a neutral, it's just actually fun to watch. That it's not like a 2-team race or one team's just running away with it. It's just giving a bit of the old days to an extent when Mourinho first came in. Yeah. Obviously it was United, Chelsea, but Arsenal would be there in the mix and stuff. So
the Arsenal Wenger versus Mourinho days.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of, obviously no manager really gets at each other like that.
It's true. It's true.
Mutual respects there between all. In fact, the mutual respect was there back in the day. It's just them lot will show more personality in that sense.
Yes, definitely.
Negative personality, which was great for us viewers. But yeah, it's just, I genuinely, obviously I had City to win the title. You had Arsenal in it. And
Deji had Liverpool.
Anyone can win it. 1 point between the top three is absolutely nuts. It's just who's going to drop points first.
And that's the thing. And because Liverpool don't have to play City or Arsenal again, that's where they're in good stead. Like, when two teams go to play each other, someone's dropping points.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Even if it's a draw, you're dropping points somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's down to, as you said, it's in Arsenal's hands. It's actually kind of in everyone's hands.
Yeah.
It's kind of in everyone's hands.
Not to stick it on like Arsenal, say, oh yeah, they must. But just because they're in that number one spot, but when there's a 0 point gap, when there's goals difference, and a 1 point gap, and then that game at the Etihad,
it is gonna be.
Gosh.
And it's actually the next game that Arsenal play, so it's really, really key in terms of.
Oh yeah, because no.
Oh no. Oh yeah, but Champions League Tuesday.
Yeah. But effectively,
Yeah.
after this week, Arsenal literally got what 2 weeks off, two
Yeah.
and a half weeks off,
Which isn't good for us.
until their next game. In terms of your current form,
Yeah.
you just want to play every other day. But City FA Cup, then 2 weeks. Obviously, players are going to be on international duty, so it's not really. But it's more so for the managers. They can work on stuff, innit? What a game! And I remember you lot are coming to Old Trafford, the penultimate game.
Yes.
And I said, if Arsenal win it out, the fact that the club's got history of doing it, I can't deny it now. Do you know what I mean? But I'll be like, I'll probably stop podcasting. I was like, I do not want to speak to you or see you.
Oh man! Told you, when Arsenal win the league, I'm coming in the O2 Highbury shirts.
No, if you win, I'm saying just don't win the league at Old Trafford.
After you win the league at Old Trafford, I'm coming JVC shirt.
Easy way. Mate, you call me, knock on my door, anything. I'll tell my family, blacklist this guy from the house. He's been cussing everyone.
Oh man. Oh man.
I got haters here as well, so they'll probably call you and say, hey, he said. Nah, joking, but hey, this title race is special. It's absolutely special. Obviously, Liverpool. United can make some noise in terms of affecting it. But
Yes.
Liverpool go to Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
This next weekend coming up in the FA Cup, but in the league next month.
It's Tottenham, United, and Chelsea could mess up some things. Chelsea really can't mess up anything because they're messing with themselves right now. But Tottenham,
I think Spurs are the key for all teams because all of them play Spurs in April. So it's like.
And it's because we're going to, as I said, White Hart Lane. I don't know if City are going home or away.
I will check now, because
but
that is going to be a madness.
Because Spurs aren't the team you really want to buck,
Not the way they play now.
Yeah, they were good when they played Arsenal. Even though we should have won the game, they were actually good against us. They scored in key times. We drew the game. Sorry, we didn't. But they scored in key times. That was a good game. That's when I said, you know what? That's when I was actually saying Spurs could join this title race.
To be fair, I don't think they've lost a game when they've had a full foot squad.
No, they haven't, because they drew to us and then and they beat Liverpool when Liverpool had 9 men. Oh, it's at Liverpool then, because I remember that game was at
they've literally got you 3 in a row. So 20th they've got Man City at home, 27th they've got Arsenal at home, and then the 4th of May they've got Liverpool away. Yeah, obviously those are just the Saturday dates, so they'll move it around.
Yeah, of course.
On that weekend, but in a row, 3 in a row, that might hurt their top 4 chances as well.
Yeah, because if you lose all 3,
so,
and Aston Villa, because they're still there.
Spurs, they don't lose to Man City at home since they've been in this new stadium.
They don't.
In the league, I don't think they've lost to them.
No.
Even the FA Cup games when City beat them in Jan or whenever, it was a big thing for City to win there, innit? So,
yeah, I remember Ake scored that game, didn't he?
Yeah. So, yes, you're right. Because I think there was small controversy on his goal or something like that.
Yeah.
But, mate, Spurs were rampant the other day. I was watching their highlights. Do I say the other day? This weekend, I was watching their highlights today. And I was like, boy, I remember tweeting. And I was like, the intensity throughout the whole pitch was just crazy. Like, from defense to midfield to attack.
Spurs are playing some exciting games this year,
They have
some real exciting games.
Ball it's a real thing. It's serious.
Even when they got slapped by Chelsea, because they only got slapped by Chelsea in the last few minutes.
And they were down to
9 men. And they were playing the same high intensity football. I was like, you know what? Trust in the process. And when you get your players back, you'll be able to do something. No,
don't get me wrong. Majority of the time, I love it. But there's other times I feel like managers should adapt.
Yeah.
Obviously, in that case, 9 men. He just fought high line. I'm like, bro. Sterling and Jackson were just in all games.
Yeah. And just missing.
Well, Jackson was missing and he still got a hat trick, innit? And I was like, boy, but nah, mate, Spurs, if they get Champions League, they can really build. They can really build.
100%.
Their starting 11 itself, they've got good pieces, or good key pieces, I should say, in areas. Just add onto that or develop the squad a bit further in terms of depth, because their back four is keeper solid.
Yep.
Back four is very solid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Van der Ven went off injured, done his hammy.
Yeah.
Again, I believe.
Yeah.
It's too quick.
No. Yeah. That's his problem.
Did you see when he hunted Watkins down? I said, Lord of mercy.
Yeah. Can't mess around with that hamstring again this year.
Yeah. I think Papi Sarr, he's been very good.
Yeah.
Needs to get a bit more credit. And I know one of my Spurs mates, Jack, keeps on sending it to me. Like, because Spurs fans, they'll do this tweet of, oh, if he was English and he played for Man United and he was 18, we'll be basically saying
Manic Kobe.
Kobe Mino.
Yeah.
It's like, now Papi Sarr, top player, bad looks. Obviously, Madson's one of the best career players.
Basuma's in there.
League, yeah. And
Højbjerg when they need him.
Bentancur.
Yeah, they've got a good squad, you know.
They've got good pieces.
Yeah.
They've got good pieces. I think
Kulusevski.
Yeah, I like Kulusevski a lot.
Yeah.
I love his ball carrying ability. Pause. But like he travels with the ball so well or gets them up the field. You see it in games when they've gone to Man City.
Yes.
The last 2 years, for instance, you see how effective he is in those games. And obviously Son's just top.
Yes.
So
one of the ones that you don't know if he's one of them world class football players that go underrated, and you struggle to put him in the world class category. But when you think about it, when you think about it, it's like he kind of has to be in there.
Yeah. Because when we done our world class players, that's when I finally put him in around Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, over the years, I'd never put him in. I always used to think it was a bit purple patchy, but just on the edge of it and stuff. But I was like, do you know what now?
He has to be in there.
I can't dispute it now.
Yeah,
so,
Harry Kane's gone and he's continuing the same form of same run of goals and that sort of stuff.
Yeah. A few more signings.
They're really in contention.
Yeah.
I like them. I'm an Arsenal fan and I shouldn't like them, but I like their squad as a football player.
Even watching them play. They're one of the
more exciting teams to watch.
I'd probably say when they're fully fit, they've probably been the best team to watch in the league this season. Because City haven't been there, like football and blinding stuff this season in particular.
City have their moments.
Yeah.
If you catch City on the right day, it's
this season if you catch them, like I feel like City are easier to beat than Liverpool or Arsenal, if that makes sense.
Right now. Yeah.
But City can then also put you to bed.
Yeah, they could also beat 8-0.
Yeah, the quickest.
Yeah.
So, well, obviously Arsenal are starting to try to put teams to bed, destroy them, and then Liverpool are just getting pressed. Boom.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's title race for the ages.